LH, or luteinizing hormone, is one of those invisible forces inside the body that quietly shapes so much of our health and vitality, even as we age. You might not feel it or even realize it's there, but it's constantly communicating, sending signals that affect energy, mood, reproductive health, and overall wellness. In many ways, LH is like the body's own internal messenger, telling different organs and systems when to act, when to rest, and when to prepare for change. For women, it plays a key role in regulating cycles and fertility, while in men, it stimulates testosterone production, influencing strength, endurance, and energy levels. But beyond reproduction, LH's influence stretches further, touching the very rhythms that govern our vitality and resilience over time. As we grow older, the natural production of this hormone can fluctuate, and these changes can subtly influence how we feel, how our bodies respond to exercise, and even how our mood and mental clarity evolve. Recognizing its importance opens a new perspective on health because it reminds us that our bodies are not passive machines. They are dynamic, responsive systems that thrive on care, attention, and balance. Supporting LH isn't just about numbers on a lab test. It's about understanding how our lifestyle, habits, and mindset interact with this hormone to shape our day-to-day experience. Every meal we eat, every walk we take, every night of restful sleep, and even every mindful moment influences how well these hormonal signals work. In older adults, paying attention to LH becomes even more significant because maintaining balanced hormone signaling helps sustain energy, muscle mass, and motivation, all of which contribute to independence and quality of life. The beauty of LH is its responsiveness. Unlike some aspects of aging that feel fixed or unavoidable, this hormone can be supported, nurtured, and optimized through intentional choices. Light exercise, proper nutrition, stress management, and sufficient rest all send signals to the body that it is safe to maintain healthy hormone function. There is a profound sense of empowerment in this realization because it reminds us that we are never entirely at the mercy of time or age. By aligning our actions with the needs of our body, we create an environment where LH can do its work effectively, supporting not only reproductive health, but overall vitality. It also teaches patience and attentiveness. LH doesn't react instantly to a single meal or a single day of movement. It responds to consistent patterns, to the ongoing rhythm of care and attention we give our bodies. This invites a gentle, compassionate approach to health, one where small, steady actions accumulate into meaningful results, and where we learn to honor the subtle signals our bodies send. Understanding LH in this way transforms it from an abstract biological term into a practical, actionable insight, a reminder that health is interconnected, that every lifestyle choice matters, and that even in later years, we have the power to influence our energy, resilience, and overall well-being through awareness and care. It's a quiet yet profound lesson in the intelligence of the human body, in its capacity to thrive when supported, and in the transformative potential of small, consistent actions that honor our biology. Nutrition is one of the most powerful tools we have to support our health, energy, and even hormone balance, including LH. What we eat isn't just fuel for our muscles or a way to satisfy hunger. It's the raw material our body uses to communicate, regulate, and maintain itself. Every bite we take influences the delicate chemical signals that orchestrate everything from energy levels to mood, metabolism, and vitality. For older adults, nutrition takes on an even greater significance because the body becomes more sensitive to deficiencies, and the signals it sends, through hormones like LH, can be stronger or weaker depending on how well it is nourished. Choosing whole, nutrient-rich foods provides the vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats that support the production and balance of hormones. Colorful vegetables, leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, lean proteins, and whole grains all play a role in creating an environment where LH can function effectively. Healthy fats, in particular, are essential because hormones are made from cholesterol, and including sources like olive oil, avocado, and fatty fish helps the body maintain the building blocks it needs to produce and regulate hormones. Protein supports muscle maintenance, repair, and overall metabolism, which in turn affects energy and hormone signaling, and ensuring a variety of protein sources, from lean meats to legumes and dairy, helps maintain balance without putting unnecessary stress on the body. Hydration also matters. Water is critical for cellular function, circulation, and detoxification, and even mild dehydration can disrupt the optimal functioning of our internal signaling systems. The rhythm of eating is equally important. Regular, balanced meals prevent sharp fluctuations in blood sugar and stress hormones, which can indirectly influence LH and overall hormonal balance. While older adults may not need large quantities of food, paying attention to nutrient density ensures that every meal provides maximal support for the body's internal systems. Small, consistent changes in diet can have profound effects over time. Replacing processed snacks with fresh fruit, swapping refined grains for whole grains, or including a handful of nuts or seeds each day may seem minor, but these choices accumulate, strengthening energy, supporting vitality, and fostering hormonal balance. Another consideration is the impact of deficiencies. Nutrients such as zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, and B vitamins play vital roles in hormone production and signaling, and a diet rich in whole foods usually provides these in the right balance. When deficiencies arise, even subtle imbalances in LH and related hormones can occur, affecting energy, mood, and resilience. Supporting nutrition also goes hand in hand with lifestyle. Mindful eating, being present while we eat, appreciating flavors, and avoiding rushed or stressful meals reduces stress on the body and allows the digestive system to function efficiently, ensuring that nutrients are absorbed and used optimally. Nutrition, in this sense, is not just about what we eat, but how we eat. It's a form of self-care, a way to communicate to the body that it is valued, supported, and capable of thriving. Every meal is an opportunity to nurture the body, to strengthen internal systems, and to support the delicate balance of hormones that keep energy, vitality, and overall well-being intact. Over time, consistent attention to nutrition helps maintain not only LH levels, but also the broader ecosystem of hormonal balance that allows older adults to feel stronger, more energized, and more resilient in daily life, demonstrating that the choices we make at the table ripple outward into every aspect of health. Movement is one of the most profound ways we can support our bodies, not just for strength or mobility, but for the balance of hormones like LH that quietly guide our energy, vitality, and resilience. Exercise isn't just about lifting heavy weights or pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about consistent, mindful movement that keeps the body engaged, the muscles active, and the internal signals flowing smoothly. For older adults, this kind of activity is especially valuable because it strengthens bones, maintains joint flexibility, supports cardiovascular health, and helps regulate the hormones that affect energy, mood, and overall well-being. Even light exercise, done regularly, sends powerful messages to the body that it is supported, capable, and worthy of care. Walking, for example, may seem simple, but it stimulates circulation, engages multiple muscle groups, and enhances the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to cells, which in turn supports hormonal balance. Gentle stretching or yoga helps maintain flexibility and balance while reducing tension in the muscles and calming the nervous system, which can indirectly improve hormone regulation. Resistance exercises using light weights or body weight movements maintain muscle mass, which is crucial for older adults, because muscle tissue is directly linked to metabolism, energy expenditure, and hormonal health. The beauty of this approach is that movement doesn't have to be intense or complicated to be effective. Consistency matters far more than intensity, and even short sessions accumulated over the day create meaningful improvements in strength, endurance, and hormonal function. Movement also interacts with the body's internal clocks and rhythms. Regular activity helps regulate sleep, supports circadian rhythms, and encourages the proper timing of hormone release, including LH, which can influence both energy and mood. It is not just the body that benefits, the mind does as well. Exercise stimulates endorphins, improves mental clarity, and fosters a sense of accomplishment, all of which reinforce positive lifestyle habits that support overall health. There is also a profound psychological impact. When we engage in regular movement, we send ourselves a message that we are capable, strong, and resilient, which aligns perfectly with a positive mindset that further supports hormonal balance. Over time, movement becomes more than a task. It becomes a dialogue with the body. Each step, each stretch, each repetition communicates that the body is valued, cared for, and supported. For older adults, this dialogue is vital because it counters the natural declines in strength and mobility that can occur with age, preserving independence and quality of life. Incorporating movement into daily routines does not require elaborate planning or specialized equipment. Simple habits such as walking in the morning, taking short movement breaks throughout the day, gentle stretching before bed, or practicing light resistance exercises while watching television all add up to a body that is active, responsive, and resilient. The consistent practice of light exercise reinforces the balance of hormones like LH, supports energy levels, strengthens muscles and bones, and maintains mental sharpness, creating a life in which aging does not mean slowing down, but rather moving with intention, grace, and vitality. Movement, in this sense, becomes a form of empowerment, a reminder that every step, every stretch, every repetition communicates that the body is valued, cared for, and supported. Lifestyle habits are the invisible scaffolding that supports every aspect of our health, shaping how our bodies function, how our hormones, including LH, communicate, and how resilient we feel each day. These habits are the routines we create, the choices we repeat, and the ways we respond to stress, sleep, and daily challenges, and they have a profound impact on energy, vitality, and overall well-being. For older adults, this becomes even more important because consistent, healthy routines help maintain hormonal balance, prevent fatigue, and support both physical and mental resilience. One of the most influential lifestyle habits is sleep. Our bodies use sleep as a time to repair tissues, consolidate memories, and regulate hormone production. LH, along with other essential hormones, relies on predictable sleep patterns to maintain its natural rhythm. When we prioritize rest, aiming for quality sleep each night, we give our bodies the time and environment needed to restore, rebalance, and function optimally. Stress management is another cornerstone of healthy living. Chronic stress produces elevated levels of cortisol, which can interfere with hormonal signaling and disrupt the delicate balance that supports energy, mood, and motivation. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing, journaling, or simply spending quiet time in nature help reduce stress, calm the nervous system, and create a supportive environment for hormones like LH to operate effectively. Even short, intentional moments of stress relief throughout the day accumulate to make a significant difference over time. Daily routines, no matter how small, also matter greatly. The repetition of simple, positive behaviors like starting the day with a glass of water, taking a short morning walk, or setting aside time for reflection reinforces the body's natural rhythms and communicates stability, predictability, and care to the systems within. Consistency in lifestyle habits teaches the body when to expect nourishment, rest, and activity, which enhances overall hormonal balance and creates a foundation for energy and vitality. Nutrition and movement, which we have already discussed, are deeply connected to lifestyle habits. Preparing meals mindfully, eating with attention, and incorporating regular, gentle exercise into daily life are all habits that reinforce the body's signaling systems. But lifestyle extends beyond the tangible. It also includes how we engage with our thoughts, emotions, and social connections. A positive, curious, and grateful mindset supports hormonal balance and overall resilience, creating an environment where the body feels safe, nourished, and capable. Even in later years, adopting and maintaining these lifestyle habits fosters independence, confidence, and a sense of purpose. It reminds us that aging is not a period of decline, but an opportunity to intentionally support our bodies, strengthen our energy, and cultivate vitality in ways that are gentle yet profoundly effective. Lifestyle habits become a dialogue with the body, a series of choices that tell it that it is valued, capable, and worthy of care. Over time, these consistent actions, restful sleep, mindful stress management, thoughtful daily routines, and nurturing social and emotional engagement create a life in which hormones like LH, energy levels, and overall well-being are supported naturally. By integrating these habits into daily life, older adults can experience more stable moods, higher energy, better physical function, and a deeper sense of connection with their own bodies, reinforcing the idea that vitality is not determined by age, but by the care, consistency, and intention we bring to each day. A positive mindset is one of the most powerful tools we have for supporting health, vitality, and the delicate balance of hormones like LH, and it becomes especially important as we age. The way we think, the attitudes we cultivate, and the beliefs we hold about ourselves and our bodies influence not just our emotions, but the very chemistry inside us. Optimism, gratitude, and a sense of purpose send signals to the nervous system that reduce stress, lower cortisol levels, and create a supportive environment for hormonal balance. When we approach life with curiosity and enthusiasm, our bodies respond with more energy, improved resilience, and greater capacity to maintain strength and vitality. For older adults, mindset can determine the difference between feeling sluggish, overwhelmed, or disconnected, and feeling engaged, empowered, and alive. Positive thinking encourages us to make healthier choices, reinforcing behaviors like proper nutrition, gentle movement, and consistent routines, all of which support LH and overall wellness. It also helps us reinterpret challenges. When setbacks arise, whether physical limitations, changes in energy, or daily stressors, a mindset rooted in growth and compassion allows us to adapt rather than succumb. This adaptability reinforces resilience, enabling the body to maintain balance even in the face of aging-related changes. Mindset also shapes motivation. When we believe in our capacity to improve or maintain health, we are more likely to engage consistently in activities that nourish the body and support hormonal signaling. Conversely, a mindset of limitation or resignation can contribute to inactivity, poor dietary choices, and increased stress, all of which negatively affect energy, mood, and hormone function. The connection between thought and physiology is profound, reminding us that wellness is not only about what we eat or how we move, but also about how we perceive ourselves and our potential. Positive thinking can also enhance the joy we experience in everyday life, from savoring a healthy meal to appreciating the simple pleasures of movement, social connection, or time spent outdoors. Joy and satisfaction send signals to the body that support optimal function, creating a feedback loop in which positive emotions reinforce healthy habits and balanced hormones. Another critical aspect is self-compassion. As we age, it's easy to focus on what we've lost or what we cannot do. But self-compassion shifts the focus to what we can influence and the care we can provide ourselves. Treating ourselves kindly, celebrating small victories, and appreciating our bodies for what they are capable of fosters emotional stability, reduces stress, and supports hormonal balance. Mindset is also deeply intertwined with purpose. Having goals, passions, or daily intentions gives life meaning, stimulates mental engagement, and encourages consistent action that maintains both physical and emotional health. The choices we make in thoughts, attitudes, and perspectives shape our experience of aging, our energy, and our overall quality of life. By cultivating a positive mindset, we not only nurture our emotional and mental health, but also indirectly support physiological processes like LH regulation, energy levels, and resilience, creating a life that feels vibrant, empowered, and full of possibility. Every day offers an opportunity to shift perspective, embrace gratitude, focus on capability, and strengthen the inner dialogue that guides our actions and shapes our health outcomes, reminding us that the body and mind are deeply connected and that fostering positivity is as essential as nourishing food, movement, and lifestyle habits.